British colonial rule is not called the Christian invasion, but the Turkic colonial rule is called the Islamic invasion. If you think about it, it's a very mischievous formulation, right? To create Hindu Muslim fights today. Uh, Most Indians are clear that British oppression had nothing to do with Indian Christians. They are not so clear that Turkic oppression, what we call the Delhi Sultans and the Mughals, actually they were Temurids, not Mughals. We call them Mughals, they call themselves Temurids. But these were Turks, they were foreigners. Indian Muslims, what are Paswanda Muslims and Indian Hindus, were as oppressed. That is the formulation we must have. And the second thing on this is that the story of the last 1,000 years is told to us as a story of repeated defeats. That's how our history books are. But the question that I ask you is, if our ancestors were losing every single battle for 1,000 years, why the hell are we still alive? We should be dead, right? There are many other ancient cultures across the world where the same invaders went. They wiped out the ancient cultures, but the Indian culture is still standing. The Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, Sikh culture is still standing, and Indian Islam and Indian Christianity is also different from them. Why is our culture standing? Because our ancestors kept fighting. There were many wars they won as well. They never surrendered. You can lose a war, but you truly lose the civilization when you surrender. Our ancestors never surrendered. The story of the last 1,000 years is not a story of repeated defeats. It's a story of the greatest resistance in human history.